What's good? What's good? We back again. Who is it? Hurricane. In the house again. Said the pack of men. Ladies and gentlemen, front, left, right. We back again. Who is it? Hurricane. Hood dudes and reviews bringing you in the house again. We going back again, back and we going back again, back and we going back again. For the very first time, don't worry if I write checks, I write rhymes. Yeah. Da, da, da. Going back. HHN special stories. Let me tell you a story. But before we get to Royal Raymond Rife, I want to put you up on a man named Michio Kuchi. Michio Kuchki, I think. Kuchki. But anyway, and we need to cover this. We need to cover these stories. I don't know. Did I cover this? I think I did. Yeah, I did cover that. I think I did cover the physicist because I think I remember saying something about it. So fuck it, we're gonna talk about Royal Raymond Rife. Yeah.
Who was Dr. Royal Raymond Rife? And why are so many
Gotta do it like this. Sorry, we can't play no music. We're gonna be here too long. I just want y'all to hear who this guy is.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
All right. Salute. Shout out to everybody. About to talk about Royal Raymond Rife real quick. Now, when I put this video out, they got rid of this shit. And it was like a short video. I don't know if they gave it back to me. I'm not really sure, but I remember putting up Royal Raymond Rife and they got rid of my shit. You know, they either got rid of it or age restricted it. But I think they got rid of it because of medical misinformation. And you know how I feel about that medical misinformation shit. That means you just put out some truth and they mad at it. And real shit, they don't want to put you up on game. Salute. What up, though? Whoop. What's good? We're about to talk about a man that nobody probably never even heard of before. His name is Royal Raymond Rife. Royal Raymond Rife. And this man right now is supposed to be the pinnacle of greatness. This man's supposed to have a lot of hospitals named after him in every fucking city, state in the country. This man right here, technology is supposed to be in every motherfucking hospital. It's supposed to be in every home. Real shit. This man, Royal Raymond Rife. And man, here's what's crazy. The powers that shouldn't be knew about this. But yeah, we go back to John D. Rockefeller, man, like he want to keep people sick. This man out here right now, Royal Raymond Rife, this man was out here healing people. Truly healing people, man. With frequency and resonance. Here we go. Let's get off into it.
Was Dr. Royal Raymond Rife? And why are so many people still interested in the technology he spent many years of his life developing?
No, the ones that's interested is the government. And they want to keep it away from people because to make money, you got to be sick. If everybody is healed, there's no money for the big pharma or the billionaires or anybody that want to keep us poisoned. Man, Royal Raymond Rife tech is supposed to be everywhere right now. Just like, y'all remember Stanley Steamer? It's a carpet company. But this motherfucker could have been the motherfucking shit we could have been driving on. Steam. We could have been driving on steam instead of gas and shit. They was like, they go, fuck Stanley Steamer, fuck this healthy shit. We want to poison the air, poison the people. And bitch, we're going to turn you into a carpet cleaning service. And now Stanley Steamer is a carpet cleaning service when it was competing with the Model T automakers and shit. Shit, wow. What the fuck wrong with my lighter? But, yeah. But Royal Raymond Rife, when I put this shit out, they got rid of my shit. I hope they don't get rid of this and talk about medical misinformation. So this is not medical misinformation. I'm talking about this motherfucker was so cold. He was in newspapers during that time. But let's get off into it.
Documentary, you will learn about a brilliant and gifted man who developed the world's most powerful optical microscopes, which overcame the limitations of standard research microscopes, and who discovered a way to destroy deadly microorganisms using coordinative resonance. Though he died in 1971, interest in his discoveries did not. Royal Raymond Rife was a handsome and gifted young man. He had an inquisitive mind and explored many interests. He was born May 16, 1888, in the state of Nebraska to Royal Raymond Rife Sr. of Ohio and Ida Mae Cheney of Creston, Iowa. Dr. Rife was their second child, an older sibling having died in infancy. Ida Mae became ill and died 8 months after his birth in 1889. After her death, because Rife Sr. was working 14 to 16 hours a day as a mechanical engineer, he took his son to his sister, Nina Culver Rife Dryden. She said about this difficult situation, "I raised him and brought him up as though he was my own." He lived with her from the time he was 8 months of age until the year 1905. At this time, he had an interest in becoming a medical doctor and pursued this dream. He went to Johns Hopkins University to begin his medical training, and after some study, he found that he had a greater interest in the field of bacteriology. In this field, he did a great deal of work, which included photographing many specimens for the University of Heidelberg. Because of the great contributions Rife made to Heidelberg University, he was given an honorary doctorate of parasitology in 1914. Because his studies of bacteria required intensive use of microscopes, Dr. Rife developed an interest in optics and began studying in that field as well. This interest led him to New York's Zeiss Works. Zeiss microscopes were world-renowned even at that time, and Dr. Rife studied from 1904 to 1908 with Hans Lückel, the senior optics engineer. In 1846, Carl Zeiss set up a workshop for precision mechanics and optics in Jena, Germany. 20 years later, he went into partnership with Ernst Abbe, whose theory of microscope image formation led to greatly improved microscopes. These innovations made Zeiss a world leader in optics and made it the logical place for Dr. Rife to study microscope and lens technology. With his scientific brilliance and knowledge of optics and bacteriology, Dr. Rife was poised to begin an incredible journey of discovery. This journey began with his move to California, where he settled in Point Loma. Dr. Rife met Mamie Quinn. He fell deeply in love with her. Rife liked poetry and would write her little poems to express how he felt about her. There was a great deal of prejudice in those days, but this didn't make any difference in the way they felt about each other. She was a great support to him in all his endeavors. They married in 1912. For some unknown reason, they were never able to have any children. Their marriage lasted for 45 years until her death in 1957.
They ain't had no kids. They had fun. They just had some fun. It's like, look, I know you do your thing. I do my thing. I want no kids. I want no kids either. Let's just keep fucking. Hell yeah. Tearing it up. Tearing her up. 45 years. Just having fun. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
From 1915 to 1920, Rife worked in his private lab identifying and classifying disease-causing microorganisms. By the end of 1920, he was frustrated with the standard research microscopes because of the limitations in magnification. At this time, he was working on cancer, and the limitations of magnification were stopping him from finding the viral cause of the disease. Standard research microscopes at the time, like those manufactured today, could only magnify a microorganism up to 2,500 times diameter. Dr. Rife felt that with this limitation, he would never be able to find the true cause of many diseases. At about this time, Rife began his work using frequency instruments. He told a reporter in a May 6, 1938 Evening Tribune,
using frequency instruments. Just think about it. This is why the government using frequency weapons.
article that he also experimented with electrical stimuli on various microorganisms, and he noticed the individualistic differences in the chemical constituents of the diseased organisms, saw the indications of electrical characteristics, and observed the electrical polarities in the organisms. Random speculation on the observations suddenly stirred in his mind a startling, astonishing thought. What would happen if I subjected these organisms to different electrical frequencies, he wondered. With this revolutionary thought, he began to gather all the necessary instruments, such as standard research microscopes, frequency generators to produce the high frequencies he would work with, test tubes, and bacteriological equipment, cages for guinea pigs and other animals he would be working with, cameras for photographing specimens, and machine shop machinery to build his own designs.
Salute, what up, dude?
Rife met Lee DeForest, the father of modern vacuum tubes, who was an important contributor to early radio technology. He helped to build many of Rife's early frequency generators.
Way back in 1920, when, of course, radio was really in its infancy. I worked a number of years with Lee DeForest, which is a good man, and he's a daddy, you know.
Rife found, through arduous experimentation, looking through the microscope as he applied various frequencies, that he was able to kill these microorganisms, proving his theory to be correct. In order to determine which frequencies would kill a particular organism, it was absolutely essential that he be able to see the organisms in a living state so that he could observe the effect of various frequencies in real time. Rife later called a frequency which killed an organism its MOR, or mortal oscillatory rate.
As an example, it's worked out, my theory was worked out on a basic principle of what we term coordinated resonance. Now we take and we put a slide of a certain chemical or material under the petrographic micropolariscope, which is that second microscope down there. I didn't build that, I designed it. Now we have what we call a coordinated resonance, you see. We have a chemical here, we have a frequency. All right. We will take and change those to two tuning forks. It's pitched to the C absolute. We put the other one down there, we set this one, the other one resonates. It's coordinated resonance, running to the chemical constituents, and we create that electronically, the same as we determine what material is under that microscope by the color and the index of light as we rotate it between the analyzer and polarizer. As the color index fades from one color to the other, the angle of reflection of that crystal and so on, we can tell. It's coordinated resonance. The same as I say, you take two tuning forks, pitch to the C or an A absolute, you strike one, the other one resonates. So we're showing an electronic frequency through the tissues of the body that simply revitalizes the bacteria with no harm to normal tissue.
Rife
With no fucking harm. I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but like that's his recording. But a key component of what he said was, I didn't build a machine, I designed it. You know, so don't tell him that after he passed that the government took his shit and just, you know, just like hid it away from the public. The public don't know about this man. While motherfuckers is paying for chemotherapy, motherfuckers is dying of cancer when this technology could be saving people with no harm done to the body. You're being healed by frequency. They matching the right fucking frequency to motherfuckers shatter that bitch. Shatter the cancer, shatter whatever fucking disease you got. This shit has been proven right and correct. He was even in newspapers. Why is technology not saving lives right now? That's the question. Because the evil people that run this world want you to be sick and die. The goal is population control.
so described how he found all the frequencies that would kill the various microorganisms.
I studied for that thing for 30 years, finding these different frequencies. got here, but it is absolutely harmless to normal tissue. And each individual bacteria requiring a different frequency to be vitalized. What is the frequency of the bacteria? On the way arrive, we put the specimen of the bacteria under the microscope and we tune this device sometimes months before we find a frequency that will devitalize or precipitate or break up this. Now, the rest you have to keep trying frequencies until you, then we go through. Then, many of these bacteria we must take and put back into the experimental animal and see if we can actually and supposedly devitalize them. Whether we can reproduce again the disease in the lymphatic system.
Now, if y'all didn't understand all that scientific jargon, maybe this person would break it down clearly.
Very complex microscope capable of magnifying objects 31,000 times, compared with the maybe 1,700 times that were available on standard microscopes in the 30s and 40s. By 1940, he had invented a 2-foot microscope weighing 200 pounds that included 5,682 parts, which enabled him to see viruses and bacteria in a way that no other scientist had at that time. Because these organisms were so tiny, he designed a method of staining them with light. And through this work, he came to understand that living things, including pathogens and viruses and bacteria, have their own frequency or oscillation pattern. And just like a specific musical note can shatter a wine glass if sung at the resonant frequency of the glass, he found specific frequencies could be used when matched up with specific pathogens in order to destroy them. And as he continued to isolate viruses and bacteria and locate their frequencies, he also claimed he discovered the virus responsible for cancer. Using resonance, or what he termed the mortal oscillatory rate of the virus, he was able to kill it in laboratory experiments over and over and over. He completed hundreds of experiments on tumors in rats purposefully infected with the isolated cancer virus before ever attempting to use these frequencies on people. In 1934, he famously tested out his device on 16 terminally ill cancer patients. Out of 16, 14 of them, all but 2, were certified medically cured in just 3 months. Of his treatment, Rife would later write, "With the frequency instrument treatment, no tissue is destroyed, no pain is felt, no noise is audible, and no sensation is noticed. The tube lights up, and 3 minutes later, the treatment's completed. The virus or bacteria is destroyed, and the body then recovers itself naturally from the toxic effect of the virus or bacteria. Several diseases may be treated simultaneously." His findings were at first widely published. In June of 1940, the LA Times reported, "For organisms too small to be stained, an ingenious illuminating system is used. The system utilizes Rife's theory that organisms respond to certain wavelengths, a theory he carries to finality by bombarding disease germs with radio waves which are tuned to those of the minute man killers. And the virus he says occurs in cancer has, Rife insists, disintegrated under such radio waves."
Oh, that's the story of Royal Raymond Rife. This man, technology is supposed to be saving people's lives, but instead people got to get blasted with radiation. You know, I really want y'all to look up Royal Raymond Rife, and I'm glad that I'm putting this out there. Ain't nobody else putting this out there. And because nobody else know who this guy is. Well, now y'all do. Now y'all do. So what's the solution if you can't deal with big pharma? We need to find a way to make this motherfucking shit ourselves. We need to find the resonant frequency of whatever disease that a person got. Look that shit up under a microscope, find the right color and resonance, and start saving lives. We can do it ourselves. But what makes me mad is we got to motherfucking steal the patent from the government. Probably in the Pentagon or at DARPA somewhere. Who knows? But what I do know is this. People was being healed and nobody was motherfucking fucked up with radiation. And you got to ask yourself this question. Why in the hell are you getting rid of radiation supposedly with more radiation? It's fucking crazy. And the powers that shouldn't be think we're stupid. This is why they do what the fuck they do to us. Because we have not woke up yet. It's time to fight. It's time to take back what rightfully belongs to you. And that's your mind, body, spirit, and soul. And your body. So shouts out to everybody. This is the story of Royal Raymond Rife. This wasn't going to be a long video. I just wanted to get this out the way real quick so that everybody know who this guy is. This the Hurricane Hood Dudes. Well, no, HHN Special Stories. Mic check. I walk around the streets with my black skirt. Shouts out to everybody coming through the GBA radio, the official Cloud Head Hunter. And much love to my guy, this Crystal over there in Cali. Hope you're doing all right. Much love to a guy that's over there in the UK correspondent. Shouts out to Vonta, you already know what it is. And shouts out to everybody that's going to watch this on the playback. Now let's get back to it. Mic check. Skirt. Wait. Make sure y'all check out my new song called Murder Mitten Lyrics. For those who don't know what the Murder Mitten is, Michigan is shaped like a mitten. So we call it the Murder Mitten, just like California call itself Killer Cali. You know what I'm saying? So, like everybody got a nickname for their specific state. So we call it the Murder Mitten up here, Murder Mitten, Michigan. All right, now mic check. I walk around the streets with my black Tech 9 on the waistline, looking the hype shit. Never claim to be the best type of rapper, but have to show the motherfuckers what I'm after. I'm after the gold, and after that, the platinum. Beef after that, Herbert KG packs the gats and blah. Trigger bang bang. HHN Special Stories. Catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. This was the story of Royal Raymond Rife. Make sure y'all look him up. We're supposed to be healed right now, not having all this cancer bullshit. I'm out. Peace. YouTube, fuck you for trying to fuck with my channel. And fuck you for kicking me out my shit. And don't try to hit me for medical misinformation. This is fair use. This is trying to get people up on game. This for entertainment, education, edutainment purposes only. I'm out. Peace.